Hello everyone, this is Godzilla of One, and welcome back to another Minecraft mod showcase. And today's mod showcase will be a day 2 of my Halloween week. And as I said last episode, this is going to be having a theme of things that I feel make good themes for horror movies, or have been themes for horror movies. And, you know, today's is Urban Legends. More precisely, today's mod is Creepypasta Craft. If you're unaware of what a creepypasta is, it is essentially a scary story written with the intent of freaking you out, and are often based on or become urban legends. So I felt it made sense considering, you know, urban legends are a very common inspiration for horror movies. You've got the Urban Legends series, I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is based off the story of The Hook, which honestly kind of could be in this mod, or at least one of the mods. But anyway, let's get right onto it, and hello, cow. I'm tempted to eat you right now. Alright, now the first and most important part of this mod is the laptop, and to craft the laptop, you'll need 6 iron ingots, 2 redstone, and 1 diamond. And essentially what happens is when you put it down... What was that? Okay, that was a cow. Sorry, I've got this mod installed, so I'm kind of freaked out that one of them might come after me. But basically, you put it down on a table or on any structure, and in this case I had to shift right click to put it on the desk. And then you right click it and it opens up to reveal the laptop itself, which I think is pretty dang cool. It looks pretty cool as well. I mean, it's just a little square, but it works as a laptop and definitely as a Minecraft laptop. That is one thing. A lot of mods make it like super realistic, and I think in Minecraft it kind of works better in this style. But anyway, the most important thing you need to know is you will need paper for this. So yeah, you get paper, you get it out, and then you right click on this and put a piece of paper in here, and it begins to work just like a furnace. It starts turning the paper into a creepypasta archive. Now, creepypasta archives are basically spawn eggs, and in this case I got Jane the Killer, which is one of the... This is actually the one unhostile mob, well, ally mob I should say, in the mod. And basically what this means is if I right click anywhere with this, she will spawn in. Now this is actually one you want to get because it's the only one that really will help you out. There's another one that's kind of neutral, but this is really the only one that's an ally. I should note that it's completely random which creepypasta archive you're going to get. But first off, we're going to look at Eyeless Jack. I don't know the creepypastas behind a lot of these guys, but I am going to put on armor because I know that they're pretty dang strong. Alright, now to spawn in any of the mobs, you simply need to right-click with the Creepypasta archive. Naturally, if you're in survival, it will be used up like any spawn egg, and it spawns in the, well, Creepypasta mob. In this case, Eyeless Jack, who is basically a person in a hoodie with no eyes. And, of course, if I'm in survival, he will go after me. And he has 40 health. He's actually really slow, but that just makes him really creepy. I think what makes him the creepiest is that that face just looks a little more detailed and shaded than anything a normal Minecraft mob would have. So, yeah, he's pretty scary. And if he hits me, he will light me on fire. So, unless he's a rare spawn and has an enchanted sword, that is what he does naturally. Of course, zombies. Okay. And I'm fairly certain he'll probably do that every time, so let's beat him up. He does a decent amount of damage even though I'm wearing diamond gear, but he goes down fairly quickly. He just drops experience, and just to double check, because I don't remember it saying on the page that he lights you on fire, but he does do it every time he hits you apparently. And yeah, he does a pretty good amount of damage given I'm wearing diamond gear right now. But yeah, he doesn't drop anything, but he is a pretty cool mob. So let's look at the next one. Alright, next up is the Rake, and I believe these mobs can actually spawn out in the open, and I believe this particular one spawns in packs. Once more, I don't really know the actual creepypasta story these are from, because I'm kind of a bit too scared for that, but let's take a look at him. And there we have the Rake, which is this creepy, extremely fast monkey-like creature. And you just saw how fast he moves. He has 48 health, and if I go into survival, as you can tell, he's incredibly fast and basically just mauled me. So, yeah, incredibly fast. Then again, this is Creepypastas, and they aren't actually known for being fair, are they? So I'm going to eat an enchanted golden apple and try to kill him in actual survival. If he's still out here, he should be. And as you can tell, he is incredibly quick, so you're going to have a bit of trouble actually hitting him. But if you do, he has 48 health, so he's not going to go down quick. And if you kill him, he drops a piece of pork. So, yeah, I don't really think it's worth killing him, but I think that's kind of the point of a Creepypasta, is Creepypasta Minecraft mod, is that these things can spawn anywhere in your world, and you have no idea, and then they can just own you. Also, does anyone guess why we're in a cabin in the woods? It should be obvious. Alright, next up is Smile.dog, which I know a bit about this one, and it also comes with this Smile.jpeg, which you can't really do anything with. You can't put it down anywhere or do anything. It's just kind of a creepy picture, which I think is actually the original picture from the urban legend / creepypasta. Now this one's a bit interesting, and I'm not going to be able to show it very well, but when I spawn him in, he looks like a normal dog. And I don't believe he's actually aggressive at this point. If I go into game mode 0, he's not going to attack me. However, if I look at him, he does that. He turns into a really creepy thing and starts trying to kill you. So, yeah, and I should note that every single solitary mob in this entire mod is really strong. But then again, they're creepypasta monsters. So, there he is. And I should note he does put those effects on you, but I think it's only when he transforms. I think now he can't actually put on me again, them on me again, and you can actually see he kind of looks like he has no skin. He's really creepy looking. Alright, I got another Smile.dog in just so I could show you exactly what effects he puts on you without him mauling me to death too quickly for me to actually show it. He puts you on nausea and blindness, so pretty nasty effects. I think he also puts slowness on you when you actually first spawn him in. But these effects do wear off, but I think he can keep putting them on you so long as you're fighting him. So, if you know what to expect, he's not that difficult, but once more, these guys are going to be spawning randomly in your world, and you don't know when they're going to spawn in. So, yeah, pretty creepy mob. Alright, the next mob is the Seed Eater, and he's kind of interesting in that he will not go after adult villagers, but will try to kill baby villagers. So if I spawn one in the house with this baby villager, yeah, it's going to go after him. Poor thing. But the interesting thing is, it doesn't seem that he wants to attack you. So this is one of the few mobs that won't go after you, apparently. He will, however, try to kill baby villagers. He won't actually go after adult villagers either, just the babies. And also, apparently, he will try to break down doors, which is creepy. And he can. But yeah, he doesn't really do much to the player, it looks like, unless there's another baby villager out here he's chasing for some reason. And yeah, he basically just drops seeds. I think that the Seed Eater part is probably because he eats babies, which are seeds of their parents, and it's a really creepy mob when you really think about it. Alright, next up is actually a personal favorite of mine, and one of my personal favorite cryptids ever, the Mothman. And the Mothman looks like that, flies around, has those creepy red eyes, and 40 health. So if I go into survival here, I don't know if he's actively aggressive or not. I don't think he is, and for some reason I just lagged there. But he just flies around being creepy. I don't think he drops anything. I think originally he had a rare chance of dropping a knife or something. But he doesn't actually seem to attack you. He just kind of flies around being creepy. So if you want to capture one of these, you might be able to. But not really going to attack you. I just think it's really cool Mothman is in the mod, because it's one of my favorite cryptids ever. Alright, next up is a weird one, and one that I am quite freaked out by, actually. Because it's less the thing itself, and more the context behind it. And this is Squidward. Now, you probably don't know the context behind this, but if you do, this is probably a lot creepier than it looks like it should be. But basically, you click on this, you spawn in a very scared-looking version of Squidward from SpongeBob. He's harmless, he won't attack you or anything, but if you right-click him, he does that. Yeah, that's creepy. Now, look at this for a second. Just the context, it's creepy in its own right. But if you actually know the urban legend behind that, you know, the creepypasta urban legend behind that, it's a lot freakier. That's one of the few creepypastas I actually know the urban legend behind of. Creepy. Alright, next up we have the Strider, which is unique in the fact that it is completely unaggressive towards you. And it basically kind of looks like an Enderman on 4 legs. I don't know the context of it. It is creepy looking, but the cool part about this is, one, it won't attack you. So it's completely peaceful. But the interesting thing is, if you right-click it, you can actually get on its back. Now, to my knowledge, there is no actual way to control it. It just kind of walks around with you on its back. So I think there probably will be a way to control it someday, unless there's a saddle that you can put on it, but I don't think you can. Let's try that just to be on the safe side. Where'd it go? He's over here. It's kind of hard to actually keep track of him. But no, you can't actually put a saddle on him. However, it is kind of cool that you can be up here away from mobs, so they don't actually attack you while you're on top of him, because they can't reach you. But yeah, kind of cool. It's kind of fun to just ride around on this thing's back, because nothing can actually hurt you, though you can't have any control over where you're going. But yeah, pretty cool. Alright, next up we are going to look at Jeff the Killer, who's kind of the iconic one of this mod. The one that I think most people who do this mod see the most of. I believe he's also the guy on the creative tab, so he's kind of the flagship mob of this mod, and I actually know the story behind him, and it's really creepy. But yeah, basically this is Jeff the Killer. He has a Glasgow grin, which if you don't know is basically, you know, your cheeks sliced open. Very creepy. He has his killer's knife, and basically he will run around trying to kill you. Now I'm going to switch into survival here and show you just what he does. Now, you can fight him in survival decently, but if he hits you, even in diamond gear, he does a lot of damage to you. I'm still almost dead, and I'm in full diamond right now. And he's terrifying. I believe he also used to say something like, sleep well, or something, but I don't think he does it anymore. But yeah, here he comes again, and I recommend having a golden apple, but you don't necessarily need it. And if you kill him, he has a chance of dropping something really cool, but it's a rare drop, so you're going to have to kill him a few times to get it. Or I believe there might be another way to get it, but it is Jeff's knife, which does 15 attack damage. And it has a really creepy description. And yeah, really creepy knife. So yeah, you can tell he's used this a lot. But there is something interesting about Jeff the Killer, and that is that if you have Jane the Killer, which we actually got earlier, the two will fight. And I believe Jane, in a straight-up fight, will always kill Jeff, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least it used to be like that. Now, if I spawn in a Jeff the Killer, then I spawn in a Jane of Killer, she will go right after him, and she says, sleep well when she kills him. And I think that is also how you actually get the killer's knife. She almost died, though. So, yeah. One-on-one, I believe that Jane will always kill Jeff. Let's actually get Jane and Jeff out at the same time. One right there, and one right there. And see who kills who. Yeah, it looks like Jane will almost always kill Jeff one-on-one. So, yeah, and I believe that is also how you do get Jeff's knife. So, that's pretty cool. At least there's one creepypasta mob in this mod pack that won't kill you. And Jane kind of looks pretty cool. She has black eyes, looks very creepy, but she's on your side, and just to show it, if I go into survival here, she will not attack me. She's perfectly happy to just stand there and kill Jeff if he happens to happen by. So if you're worrying about Jeff sneaking up on you, get a Jane the Killer. She'll help you out. Alright, now we're going to look at a few items that are in the mod, the first of which is a diaper. It's crafted using paper in an upside-down helmet shape, and goes in your leg slot. And if you're in survival, it doesn't give that many bars of armor at all. In fact, if I take everything else off, it gives just I think it's just a little bit better than leather, I think. Do I really have to explain why this is in the mod? I hope I don't. Alright, next up is pasta, which is crafted using using wheat and a bowl. and it's basically just a food. There's really nothing else about it. You eat it. It doesn't give you any buffs. You can eat it while you're not hungry, surprisingly enough. But yeah, it's just a food item, nothing more. Alright, the next one is, however, interesting. The hilt of a blacksmith. Now, the hilt of a blacksmith is interesting. You can only find it in a blacksmith's chest. And what happens is, it does 15 attack damage, the same as Jeff's knife, but when you hold it, you will get Wither 2 and Blindness 2. So you will gradually lose health over time, though it's not like instantaneous or anything. And to gain health back, you will need to kill animals. So, kinda creepy how that works. But yeah, basically over time you will have blindness on you perpetually. And let's say I were to spawn in Jeff here and kill him with the hilt. I don't know why the Wither effect doesn't seem to be working, but you can kill Jeff pretty easily with it. And another thing to note is you can supposedly recover health by killing mobs. I thought there was a pig here. Where did he go? I can't really tell. Oh yeah, because I'm blind. Okay, here's the pig. I believe you can regain health by killing mobs, or at least that's how it's supposed to work. I don't know if that's actually working, but yeah, interesting weapon, but I wouldn't recommend having it in your hand all the time. And it's probably cursed, given that it's called the Cursed Blade. Alright, next up is a disc called Lavender Town, which is, of course, from Pokemon. I'm not going to play it because legend has it this gives people seizures. I mean, that's the legend behind it and why it's here. I really don't want to risk that. You can see someone else's review if you want to hear it. Then I think it might be copyrighted because it's from a Pokemon game. Alright, next we have PewDiePie, which I'm not entirely certain of, and Stefano. And PewDiePie is a non-hostile mob. He just kind of runs around the world making various PewDiePie phrases. And I believe everything in the mod will actually try to kill him. Okay, yeah, everything in the mod will actually try to kill him. So be careful with your PewDiePies if you ever run into them, because, well, everything will try to kill him. And I believe he drops the Stefano, which I don't know PewDiePie. I know a little bit about him, but I don't watch his videos regularly. I know that's probably going to give me some hate in the comments, but I don't really care. And the weird part about Stefano is if you throw him, he explodes. So, yeah, you've got an exploding trophy weapon, which is kind of cool. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Exploding trophy weapon. Alright, that's pretty much all there is to show with this mod. It adds a lot of creepy stuff into Minecraft that may or may not fit your fancy to have in there. And would probably make you paranoid to go out in your world, because those things can spawn anywhere and kill you. Creepy. But I hope you enjoyed this mod showcase and enjoyed day 2 of my week of Halloween-based Minecraft showcases. See you guys next time. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! I still don't have a catchphrase.